There's a new group at SMU. It's called the SMU Justice Action Group, and we investigate some controversial or serious justice issues worldwide, and then take action on what we've learned to achieve meaningful change.
It's sort of a new experiment in our school. We have a lot of groups that deal with awareness, like the Amnesty International Club. They talk about issues, but we wanted to have a club that actually not only talked about issues, but actually took some action. And we're going to choose some controversial issues, social justice things. The environment is pretty accepted as, saving the environment is good, but we're going to choose some issues that maybe have some enemies, have some people who don't think the same way as us. But our goal is to see an issue, really investigate it, understand it, come to a decision, and then learn how to actually achieve meaningful change.
So, I thought what we could do today is kind of say what groups people want to be in, and then I don't know as far as timelines of what things that we want to tackle first. I mean, probably promotion, the only thing that can be done now is the chapel. And then speakers, Mr. Lynch. What it was, I was already interested in social justice and those service things because it's really well promoted in the school as something that's really important to be involved in and be concerned about because we have so much here, and then to know about when justice isn't being served or service programs. Anyways, I was in Amnesty International last year, and we learned about the Omer Khadr issue.
And this started last year, and we spent the year basically investigating the situation. There's a lot of rhetoric around that whole case, a lot of people with very strong opinions, and we wanted our students, and they wanted to know about it from the scratch. So they brought in a bunch of experts. We had a person, a professor who spoke to us about fundamentalist movements. We had an international negotiator, an assistant inspector general at CSIS, and through all of these interviews, they really developed a greater understanding of the situation. Now, towards the end of the term last term, there were some serious developments in the case. Khadr actually decided to plead guilty to what he had been charged with, and so that led us to kind of conclude that we could never really be sure whether, first of all, whether he got a fair trial, and also whether he did what he said he did or not. And so we decided we'd leave that issue for now, and we've now decided to focus on something that we can perhaps achieve a change and deal with, and something we can actually maybe make some decisions about. So we've decided, I don't want to spoil the surprise so much, but I will tell you a little bit about what we're going to do. We're going to take some action on Khadr's situation to prevent the similar thing happening to someone like him in the future.
If a group can find out what the legal definition is right now of child soldiers, and then child soldier rehabilitation, what does it entail, what could it entail, where's an example of it in the past that it has worked or it hasn't worked, and then how can this apply to Canada. So there's some overlaps between the groups, between like legislation that could work for child soldiers. People who are, say, interested in learning about child soldiers can be a part of that group, and we learn all about, say, what child soldier rehabilitation involves, how that would maybe be implemented into a law, how it would be beneficial, all sorts of things like that. People also can be involved in law. So that's contacting lawyers, whether they're in the community or other mentors, to find out how laws are made, bills are made, and how we'd go about doing that as a school group. And then speakers, a big part is learning about an issue from all different sides, not just one particular bias. And so speakers, it's all about contacting speakers, how to do formal letters, emails to request for involvement, which is a really good tool just in general. And then beyond that, we have promotion. So that's working on building chapels, or working through social media sites like Facebook or YouTube, because we've taken videos of this, like this video, and working on that and learning about press releases, interviews, which is really relevant to our world today and how we interact. Those are our four groups.
The whole point of this group is to achieve change, but also to learn how to do it. So we have a bunch of students who want to learn how to deal with the media. They want to learn how to do a press release. We have students who really are interested in learning more about child soldiers, and also how to make a law, or how to influence lawmakers, and maybe get changes made. So we're going to be doing the next couple of weeks and months, bringing in people to work with our students and teaching them how to develop the skills to achieve change. And we're going to be very ambitious. We're going to do some, take some sort of fun risks, and hopefully learn a lot in the process, and maybe, just maybe, achieve some change.